Get ready to have your mind blown by secrets and stories that make Latin America one of the most fascinating regions on the planet. Because today, you'll discover 25 unbelievable facts about this land that sound like wild myths, but are absolutely real. If you think you know Latin America, buckle up. By the end of this journey, you'll never see it the same way again. This is a region of extremes, where the world's driest desert meets the largest rainforest, where ancient civilizations carved cities from mountaintops, and where you can walk through salt flats that mirror the sky. Here, volcanoes breathe beside frozen peaks, pink dolphins swim in rivers, and islands are made entirely by hand. It's a place where science, legend, and nature collide to create stories almost too astonishing to believe. From the ancient wonders of the Andes to the mysteries of the Amazon, from deserts that never see rain to lakes floating at the edge of the clouds, Latin America never stops surprising. Each fact you'll hear today is not just incredible. It's a reminder that our world still holds magic in every hidden corner waiting to be uncovered. Latin America. Just hearing the name may conjure beautiful beaches, legendary jungles, and epic mountains. But you're about to learn the truths that travel much deeper than postcards and stereotypes. Truths about this land's geography, nature, cultures, and mysteries that almost seem impossible. From mountains taller than imagination, rivers wider than cities, deserts that hold on to their secrets for centuries, and forests teeming with life in every shade of green, Latin America breaks all the molds. Let's open the first door. Did you ever realize the Andes Mountains, those wild, jagged spines running down the continent's backbone, aren't just tall? They're the longest mountain range on Earth. Stretching over 7,000 kilometers, winding through 7 countries, the Andes aren't just a border for nations, they're the pulse of an entire continent. With an average elevation above 4,000 meters, these mountains don't just shape landscapes, they shape cultures, weather, and even how people live and survive. And if mountains are the backbone, rivers are the life that flows through it. From the icy Patagonian peaks to the sun-baked deserts of northern Chile, the Andes feed some of the most powerful river systems in the world. Here comes fact number 2, and it's about South America's living giant, the Amazon River. The Amazon isn't simply big, it's so powerful. It sometimes rivals the Nile for the title of longest river. Its basin covers over 7 million square kilometers, and every single minute it pours so much water into the Atlantic Ocean that it changes the saltiness of the sea for hundreds of kilometers. The Amazon's volume is so immense that during rainy season, it floods areas larger than some entire countries. Here's a mind-bender. It contains 1/5 of all the running freshwater on planet Earth. Now let's climb even higher, to the world's highest navigable lake. In Bolivia and Peru, there's something astonishing. Lake Titicaca, sitting more than 3,800 meters above sea level. Not only is it high, but its waters are deep and rich, so much so that they have supported entire civilizations for centuries. Boats cross it every day. People fish, trade, and simply live, looking out across waves that reflect the sky above. Could you imagine sailing at an altitude where most people get winded just climbing a hill? Salar de Uyuni. Imagine a vast salt flat stretching endlessly, transforming into a perfect mirror after the rains. Here, the sky and earth become one, dissolving the horizon. It feels like walking inside a dream where gravity softens, time slows, and reflection takes on a deeper meaning. Nature rarely paints so boldly. Here's your next jaw-dropping truth. Salar de Uyuni isn't just the world's biggest salt flat, spreading over 10,000 square kilometers. It also holds more than half of the planet's lithium reserves. Swing down to the southern cone and you meet the wild solitude of Patagonia. Patagonia, splitting between Argentina and Chile, is an epic where nature gets the biggest roles. Glaciers, windswept plains, towering peaks, and endless blue lakes. Despite its vast size, it's eerily empty. The population density here is one of the lowest on Earth. There's something haunting about these lands. You can drive for hours and see little but nature flexing its muscles. Silence is everywhere, but so is beauty. Now, let's think even bigger. Did you know one Latin American country stretches so far that it covers 4 time zones? Yes, Brazil is so massive, it goes from sunrise on the Atlantic in one state to sunset far in the west, touching the Andes, encompassing tropical rainforests, savannas, and endless beaches. When people say Brazil is gigantic, they aren't joking. Its territory is so vast, timing a call to 2 different cities might require a calculator. But geography isn't just about size, it's about shape too. Here's a fact to stump a map maker. Chile. Chile is the longest and narrowest country on Earth, over 4,300 kilometers long, yet rarely more than 180 kilometers wide. It's like someone stretched a country out on a ruler. From the world's driest desert in the north to glaciers in the far south, Chile is a collection of extremes, all packed into a thread-like strip on the edge of the Pacific. Let's scale some peaks in Argentina. The highest mountain in the Americas, Aconcagua, nearly hits 7,000 meters. Everest still owns global bragging rights, but Argentina's giants are colossuses all their own. And here's a twist. Argentina also has the highest non-Andean peak on the continent. Ready for a detour into the deep? In Peru, the Cotahuasi Canyon holds the record for the world's deepest canyon, plunging over 3,500 meters. Forget the Grand Canyon. Cotahuasi is more than twice as deep. Its walls so steep you feel like you're walking through another world. It's a hiker's paradise and an adrenaline rush just waiting for your footsteps. Down below, the Cotahuasi River roars through the gorge, carving its path with ancient patience. Terraces cling to the canyon walls where villagers still farm as their ancestors did. Llamas move along narrow trails, and the air smells of sage and stone. The scale is humbling. Standing on the edge, you understand both wonder and insignificance. It's nature's reminder that depth isn't just about measurement. It's about mystery. Each layer of rock tells a story older than memory, a whisper from Earth itself. Colombia takes us to coastlines. Uniquely, it's the only South American country that touches both the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. That means, in one country, you can surf Pacific waves in the morning and relax on tropical Caribbean beaches by afternoon. This dual identity shapes Colombia's rich diversity, from rainforests and mountains to vibrant cities and rural villages. Hop north a bit to Panama. This slender isthmus is the bridge between 2 worlds, connecting North and South America in a strip so narrow it almost looks accidental. But its importance is no accident. It's why the Panama Canal was built here, turning a bottleneck into one of the busiest waterways on Earth. Over 14,000 ships pass through each year, linking oceans, economies, and histories. Next, let's dive beneath the waves. The Great Mesoamerican Barrier Reef rolls along the coasts of Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, and Honduras. It's the second largest coral reef in the world, right after Australia's famous Great Barrier Reef. This reef is a dazzling underwater metropolis, home to turtles, rays, colorful fish, and endless coral gardens. It's both a treasure and a challenge, as climate change tests nature's resilience. Want to talk about a wild forest? French Guiana is almost entirely covered with jungle. Over 90% of its area is thick, green rainforest, buzzing with unique wildlife and hidden villages. Even though it's a region of France, its geography, climate, and life feel utterly South American. Ecuador is named for the equator. Obvious, right? Here's the twist. Its highest mountains are actually capped with snow, despite being smack in the middle of the tropics. The mountain Chimborazo is remarkable. Due to Earth's bulge at the equator, its summit is the farthest point from the planet's center, making it, in a way, the closest spot to the sun on Earth. Mexico? It's a country of wild contrasts, holding 18 of the world's 34 recognized biodiversity hotspots. From cactus-studded deserts to steamy rainforests, volcanic mountain chains to sprawling coastlines, Mexico is a haven for explorers, scientists, and anyone who loves discovering new life. Venezuela's Angel Falls drops from the sky, literally. At nearly 1,000 meters, it's the tallest uninterrupted waterfall in the world, crashing through jungle mist and plunging into a dreamscape valley below. It's a bucket list destination that makes you question how gravity and geology ever got together for such a spectacle. Speaking of extremes, Chile's Atacama Desert is a zone so dry that some areas haven't seen rain in over 400 years. Imagine a place where you don't worry about your umbrella, but instead marvel at landscapes so barren they resemble Mars. For astronomers, the Atacama is paradise. Clear skies mean telescopes can peer deep into the universe. Let's loop back to Brazil. The mighty Amazon River, despite all its glory, doesn't have a single bridge crossing its span. Why? It's too wide, too wild, and the population along its banks is often sparse. Ferries do the job when people need to cross. The river's sheer magnitude and remoteness keep infrastructure at bay. Uruguay surprises by being the second smallest country in South America, yet more than a third of its population lives in Montevideo. This creates an unusual dynamic. Most of the nation's culture, governance, and energy pulse from a single city center. In Paraguay, geography brings another quirk. The landlocked country is split by the Paraguay River, which acts almost like a mini ocean. Its banks shape two distinct regions and serve as the main artery for trade, travel, and life. Honduras contains the Rio Platano Biosphere Reserve, a sanctuary teeming with biodiversity. It's one of Central America's largest protected rainforest zones, sheltering jaguars, crocodiles, and hundreds of species found nowhere else. Since it's recognized as a World Heritage Site, its preservation is crucial, not just for wildlife, but for indigenous cultures. Then there's El Salvador, the smallest country in Central America, and the only one without a Caribbean coastline. But its volcanic roots make it unique. With dozens of volcanoes packed into a tiny territory, El Salvador has earned the nickname Land of Volcanoes. If you're chasing lava and legends, start here. Costa Rica? This tiny nation hosts 5% of the world's total biodiversity, a shocking figure for its size. Its location, wedged between two oceans and adorned with mountains, creates microclimates galore, giving rise to everything from cloud forests to beaches brimming with exotic creatures. Nicaragua stands tall in Central America, boasting its largest nation status in the region. Its geography is unique thanks to its grand lakes. The most famous is Lake Nicaragua, which isn't just vast, but harbors freshwater sharks, the only known population worldwide. Yes, sharks in a lake. Panama, with its magical bend and narrow isthmus, gives one of the world's strangest spectacles. In a single day, you can watch the sun rise over the Atlantic and set over the Pacific. And remember, Latin America's wonders aren't going anywhere, and there are always more mind-blowing truths waiting to be uncovered. If this journey sparked your curiosity or made you question what you thought you knew, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, subscribe for more fact-packed adventures, and share this video with a friend who loves discovering the unbelievable. The world is full of stories stranger than fiction. So stay curious, keep exploring, and see you in the next adventure where amazing reality is just the beginning.